What's going on, guys, and welcome to episode 12 of the Pentagon now, and we are getting really into the proper bit of the Champions League. We've got the first preliminary round draw today, so I'm going to bring you the fixtures and the and transfers if there were any. I don't think there was, to be honest, and then we'll get on to the draw live. No transfers out, no transfers in, so there's nothing to let you know about there. There's only a couple of days left of the window. I don't think I'm going to do anything either. So the last time you saw us was the Super 8 final against Sundowns. We followed that up with a 4-0 win over Maritzburg United. Danny Isoso-Mabo and a hat-trick from Takelo Ranti, giving us an emphatic win there. We then started our South African Cup first round game against Bidvest Wits at home, and we won 7-2. It was an absolutely incredible game. We were 5-1 up at half time. Stavros de Trois with a double, Mohamed with one, Kune with one, and Ranti with another hat-trick. Back-to-back hat-tricks for the young man. Really, really good. We then played Orlando Pirates at home and won 1-0. Shabalala missed an early penalty and Ranti scored to make it 1-0. That was really, really good. We then went away to Atlee FC, who were a non-league side when we started this career in South Africa, but they're now into the Premier League. Isoso-Mabo with one, Kune with a brace and an own goal, getting us the other goal in a nice 4-2 win. We drew Sundowns at home in the quarter-final of the South African Knockout Cup, which I wasn't best pleased with, and we went out, we drew 1-1. Takelo Ranti got on the score sheet for us. It went to penalties and they scored all 5 of theirs. We only scored 4. Rodrigo Bong missed the key penalty for us, and so we had to turn our attention to the league and start concentrating on that for a bit. And as you can see, the league form continued in fantastic style. We beat Tuks away 2-1, Losper and Kune on the score sheet. We followed that up with a 1-0 win away at Swallows, where Stavros de Trois scored, and again Shabalala missed a penalty. So missing lots of penalties there, which could make the win so much more comfortable. We drew 0-0 at home to Bidvest Wits. Bit disappointed by that, but not too bad. We then won 1-0 at home to Duomo Cosmos, Takelo Ranti on the score sheet. We beat Supersport United 2-1 at home, Essam Mohammed and Kermit Erasmus getting the goals. We then played Sundowns at home as well and won 1-0, Essam Mohammed again on the score sheet. Isoso-Mabo picking up an injury which ruled him out for a couple of weeks, and Okpako picked up a broken ankle, so he's out for about another 2 or 3 weeks now. We then suffered our first league defeat since September against Amazulu away, when we lost 2-1. It was a terrible performance. We went 1-0 down, then Isoso-Mabo equalised for us, and then they went 2-1 up, and it was just a shocking performance. And it was followed up with the other worst performance since I took over at Kaizer Chiefs against Golden Arrows at home. We lost 1-0. We were shocking. We hardly threatened one single bit, and I was really disappointed with us. But luckily we've bounced back since then. We've beaten Vasco da Gama South Africa 2-0, Takelo Ranti with a brace, and we followed that up with a 1-0 win at home to Chippa United, Lucky Kune on the score sheet, as we pick up all 3 points yet again. So that leaves us top of the pile in the South African Premier League. We were behind Orlando Pirates until that last game, but we won, they lost, so we're now 2 points clear of them. There's a gap developing to third, so I think it is between us two now for the title, and it is the only remaining domestic competition that I haven't won, so I would love to win it this season, because I am planning on hopefully leaving here in later in October once the Champions League's over, once I've won it. So that's the domestic situation. Let's get on to the continent situation. The African Champions League, preliminary round draw. So we'll get straight onto it, and there's no seedings or anything like that, so we could be up against a tough side. Who knows? Could be one of the best sides in Africa, but we could also get one of the worst. So we're going to do this automatically. and I know the teams I don't want to pick. I'd like to avoid any Algerian teams. Both the finalists last year were Algerian. I would like to avoid Tunisia because they're also good. So is Ivory Coast. Any of the lesser countries really. ES Tunis, there's one that I wanted to avoid. They're a very, very good side. The team with the top reputation in Africa as well. TP Mazembe as well. There's a Congo team there. They're with ES Tunis, who have both got 3 stars on reputation. There's Orlando Pirates getting drawn against an Ethiopian side. And so, who are we going to get? I'll take them. I think ES Setif, yeah. ES Setif are the current holders. They've just been drawn away at Sporting de Praia. And obviously we want to try and avoid the Egyptian sides and the teams like Al Ahly, the ones with money. Obviously we don't want to draw them. Here's Al Ahly, and we've avoided them, which is good. ASEC, they're one of the best Ivory Coast teams. They do bring through a hell of a lot of good youth players. I do recommend whoever you are looking at the regens they bring through, because they are very, very good. So we're down to the last 16 and we still haven't been drawn out. KSA, Royal Leopards. Here we are, Kaizer Chiefs. We've drawn Ports Authority from Gambia. So that's not a bad draw. That's a pretty decent draw. What sort of team are they? Let's do a little bit of research into them. They've hardly got any players. Who are their region? Who are their grey young players like? They're not a very good side, not from what I can tell anyway. See if they're on the. So they're from Gambia. Let's see if they're on here. No. So they're not in the anywhere near the top teams in the continent. So to be honest, I don't think we've got too much to worry about. And in fact, I'll just pick out Gambia and yeah, half a star. So absolutely nothing to worry about really. We put in the performance that I know we can. I'm sure we'll come out with a win. So I'll live com those 2 games for you, which will be there. It'll just be 2 live coms back to back, and we'll and then I'll do the draw live for the next round once we got through that. So guys, thanks a lot for joining me. Please do give it a like if you enjoyed the episode, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you again soon. See you later guys.